Okay, this is Wednesday, March 24th, 2020, about 2:10 in the afternoon, Kuala Lumpur, Petlaying Jaya. That's my area. I found out. Petlaying Jaya. So I'm walking through the neighborhood. I hope it's okay. They call it the movement control order. Stay off the street, stay at home. But it's only me. I'm not with a crowd, and it's exercise. They say you need exercise, so hopefully they won't stop me. I got my passport with me. ID, I haven't seen police in my area, but I want to show you the area. It's actually very nice. So as I walk, I'll talk. Beautiful homes. Wall around the home, pretty nice actually. Jalan, J-A-L-A-N, I don't know if you can see it on that street sign. It means street, SS 339. Masjid, I can't pronounce it. Light rail train this way, that's where I go. There's a free bus that takes me there. It's actually pretty close, but it takes a while to get there on the bus. So I'm just gonna walk around the area, give you an idea what my area looks like. It's very pretty, really. Now I'm not sure how far I'm out in compared to how far I'm usually out in Bangkok. I don't try to get too far, but it takes me a while to get to the city in Bangkok, to the heart of it, and it's nowhere near this level of greenery, just comparing the two. And this is a major city, Kuala Lumpur, but it's built in the environment. The whole environment didn't get uprooted to build skyscrapers, although they have plenty. So here in Kuala Lumpur, on the radio station that comes on my TV, the one in English, where they play American music. Good classical stuff, you know, all from different genres. But on the radio station, they come on like every 15 minutes or so. Government announcement. Mainly, they're speaking in Malay, the local language. And mainly, from what I gather, they're telling people to stay in, off the street. Beautiful house. They do it about every 15 minutes in Malay. Stay home, stay off the street. Well, I'm not home and I am on the street, and I hope I don't have any problems because of it. They have checkpoints now, roadblocks set up. One person to a car. And they're not tolerating groups. Like in the US, they're still going to the beach. They're tolerating it and allowing it. Other group gatherings. And the same way in Thailand now. Thailand didn't have as many cases as they had in Malaysia initially, but it's starting to explode there, and the government is getting more serious about their control efforts in terms of the population. But in Malaysia, they got on it quick. I think they did. By the time they hit 400 cases in the country, we were on lockdown. The next day, long streets, pretty bushes and greenery. Everybody has some kind of wall or protection. I guess that's an international thing. Vegas is like that. It used to be much more so. I guess it still is. Africa's, well, Ghana anyway, that's the only thing I know for certain. Walls everywhere. Mexico like that. And Mexico really needs them. And theirs are not for decoration. Theirs are to keep out killers, bandits, and everybody. So, big, beautiful house. You'll see more as I go. Uber driver, well, he's not Uber. In Malaysia, it's Grab. The Grab driver that brought me from the mall the day I went before the lockdown, when we were getting close, he said, rich man area. I didn't know because where I stayed definitely doesn't look like it. Doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look like it's rich. But when you get out and start looking at these houses, I kind of understand more what he was speaking to. And it's not that they're mansions that people are not accustomed to seeing. You see big houses everywhere, every country, I guess. And as a matter of fact, you see even bigger houses than a lot of these in Ghana. But the difference in Ghana is this. There's a joke that's told. Asian and an African went to university together overseas. Both graduated, both did real well. And so the African went to visit his friend after about 10 years in a certain Asian country. And as they were traveling through the city, he was impressed with how the roads were so clean and well developed, and the lights and the water systems and the whole infrastructure was so well developed. The hospitals, everything was so well developed and maintained. And the Asian came later to visit the African in his country. And please, you all that's never been these places, don't think I'm trying to slam anybody, but it's a good analogy. Asian come visit the brother, gets off the plane, the airport's kind of, looking like it looks. The roads are not developed. In fact, a lot of them are not even paved. Lights haphazard, infrastructure a mess. He gets to the brother's house, and it's a mansion. And he said, God, Lord, brother got a 20-bedroom house, dirt road in front, but 20-bedroom house. He got servants. He got a guard station on his property. He got a driver, a big SUV. He's a minister in the government. And so I forgot, maybe telling the story backwards. But the brother, he said, the analogy is, somebody asked a question. I'm mixing the story up, but the brother was saying, yeah, your house is, the Asian house is nice, but it ain't nice as mine, by a long shot. And the Asian is saying, his house isn't as nice as the brothers. He said, but the deal is in Africa, no, he said in Asia, it's corrupt. And we politicians steal money. He said, just like they do everywhere. He said, but in Africa, it's corrupt. He said, in Asia, it's corrupt. We steal the money, but we leave enough for the nation to develop. Whereas in Africa, it's so corrupt, the politicians steal all the money. Don't leave anything for anybody else. So big mansions, big houses, big man syndrome gone crazy. Chauffeurs, limousines, police escorts, and the whole thing. But run down roads, lights can't stay on, poor health care and hospitals. And really that's about the truth. So when I'm showing you these houses, yeah, they're big and they're nice. They're not excessive, I don't think. From the outside anyway. They may be, I don't know. Uh-oh, there's the police. I hope he's not. Look like he's turning around. I'm getting ready to turn around too. Cut down one of these other streets. Well, we get the other way. What was I gonna say? So the houses here, they got them like this in Ghana. Just as big and sometimes bigger. And nice. But these are nice houses. Very peaceful, quiet area. Well, it's quiet because this movement control order is in effect. And they're not playing with it. You have to stay off the street, which I'm not doing right now. But as soon as I get to this corner, I'm gonna turn down. Maybe I'll go down this way because I already came the other way. See what it looks like. I just gotta get out, you know? Trying to look right. I don't like wearing this mask when I'm not in a crowd, but it's okay. It makes me look like I'm following the rules. Beautiful homes. And they are close together. Most of them are what they call semi-detached. One home is, the wall is attached to the one right next door to it. I had a house like that in Ghana when I was there in 2012, Chris Paul City. First place I lived was like that. It was an estate. It wasn't nearly this many houses, but it was an estate. Semi-detached homes. I guess in Philadelphia and other places they say row houses. These are not really row houses, but you get the picture. So I'm gonna walk down here a ways, get my exercise on, come back the other way. Like an alley I could go down, but I don't think so. I want to go down the street. So just a little walking tour of Kuala Lumpur, Petlaying Jaya. And Chinese house. See the Chinese writing. Little lesson on China. I mean on Malaysia. The population is, I think, about a little over 50% Malay, and then the rest is Chinese, maybe 30%, and Indian maybe 20%, or 10% or 15%, and a few indigenous. I guess the airport's this way because I see a plane going up. So the airport's got to be this way. Kuala Lumpur is in this direction. This would be a very busy place on any other day. Buddhist meditation society. See, I never would have saw that. I may come back. I like the idea of Buddhism and meditation. But just give you an idea, on a quiet day, all these shops would be open were it not for this movement control order being in effect. They call streets like this in Thailand, they say soy. Even the one I'm on now. Uh-oh, there's the eating place, looks like. Wow, okay, I can come back here. Get something to eat later. Huh, alright. You never know. See, you see more walking than you ever do driving. Or even riding in somebody else's car while they drive. Acupuncture. Okay, fish shop. House of wine. See what they got over here. Chinese looks like Thai fried rice, tom yum, might be a Thai food place. Oh man, they got buffet too. I can come back here and eat. As long as I can find vegetable, I'm okay. Fish ball, noodle. No, okay. I'm gonna come back. I'll come back. Yes. Till what time? 6? Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right, thank you. She didn't want me to film her, and I respect that. But she was smiling behind that mask. I could see. She said they open till 6, so gotta remember where I'm at. Guess I'll go back to the main street, so I will be able to figure out how to get back here when I want to come. Restoration, New Palm Palm, okay. That's the street this connects with Chinese. Maybe this is the Chinese area, I don't know. One more thing, you know, we don't know about other people, other than what we know about other people, which ain't a whole lot oftentimes. That building, that's that Icon Center I love so much, real nice. Yeah, so Singapore is just south of Malaysia. Just across a little waterway, I think, and they may even have a man-made bridge. I thought it was connected by land, but the guy where I stay said, no, it's not a land connection. But how Singapore come into being, I didn't know this till the other day, is a very prosperous nation state. In fact, they say it's more expensive than New York. It's very upscale. I know people that have been there. Very upscale, very prosperous nation state. And so the guy where I stay, he's Malay, he said they're mainly Chinese. Because the prime minister at the time of independence, the Chinese were running stuff in Malay, from my understanding. They were the business owners, and they were monopolizing the economy to a degree. This is what he says. And the Malay wanted their asses out. So somehow or another, they come to a political decision. It wasn't a fight thing, you know. I don't know how exactly it happened, but the Chinese were allowed to claim the land mass that I think originally belonged to a part of Malay. And they turned it into Singapore. And it's one of the most prosperous, richest countries in the world. And I'm going to say this about the Chinese from what I've learned from traveling in Asia. We have in America, especially blacks, maybe other people too, we have ideas about Jewish people in terms of business and money. And that mindset that we have, that idea that we have about Jew, okay, 364. That idea we have about Jewish people and money, it may be as applicable to Chinese, if not more so, as it is to Jewish people, from what I've learned and what I see. These people are hardworking, they're industrious, any way you find them. And if you doubt it, just look at Hong Kong, Chinese, Taiwan, I think it's Chinese, Singapore, Chinese, Macau, Chinese. And Macau is a gambling capital. For those that don't know, it's a gambling capital, more so than Vegas, in fact. More money is exchanged gambling in Macau than it is in Las Vegas, Nevada. And when I was in Vegas the first time in 1987 working at the Desert Inn, I saw with my own eyes the number of Chinese tourists, thousands of them, tens of thousands every year, with big money in Las Vegas, Nevada. I had no idea it was like that, but it is. But anyway, so that's just another thing to learn about, really, and understand, talk about, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna stop where you saw this area coming. I'm going back now. Same area, Main Street, Petlaying Jaya. And I just saw, my last thing I see, I just saw on my phone, they send me news, or I get news from Malaysia, and they have hot spots, or they call them red zones, with this outbreak. And just realize I'm in the reddest of the red zones. Of all the cases in the country, more in this area than anywhere. I think it was 92 cases in the area that I'm in, and I'm not sure how big it is. I think it's a big area. So it's not like they're right on top of me, hopefully, but I've probably been exposed to it. Very well could have been. I've been riding these trains before they closed it down. I made it a point not to touch anything. I just get on and get me a seat or stand with my arm up against something and brace myself, but put my mask on and keep my hands off of the interior of these rail trains. But I probably could have been exposed anyway. In fact, the guy that works at the hotel, he's under self-imposed quarantine before the quarantine because him or his wife may have been exposed. And he's a nice guy, and we did a lot of talking, and you know, so I don't know. But anyway, that's my walk around through Kuala Lumpur, my area, Petlaying Jaya, by Icon Center. And I will maybe make some more videos later. Peace out.